So you finally bought a house and you finally moved in, but don't get too comfortable because there's a lot of work left to do. Fox News legal analyst Bob Massey is here for day 3 of a special series live in New
Morning,
York.
sir.
It's good to have you here from Vegas.
Be here.
All right, so on your list of things to do as an adult, okay, go ahead and check off. I've just bought a house. Now what?
Get things in order. In other words, you have to look back to find out, why is it that I ever got in this jam? Some of us made bad decisions when we bought homes and property. So you look to see, what do I have left, so to speak? A lot of people think, Steve, that you have to have a lot of money to start talking about, well, how do I protect these assets in the future? Should I get some type of counsel for that? The answer is yes. Look at where you are personally now. How much debt do you have left? Did you go through a bankruptcy? How do you rebuild this?
Sure.
And so you have to become very sort of conscious now of where you are and how to rebuild this dream.
We had another question for you. It was, what if I only have a few assets? What do I do? Do I go to the next step? And this kind of ties in with what we were talking about last week, where do I need a will or do I need a trust?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, you look to if you have children, if you have minor children, for example, do you have a testamentary trust or testamentary will that basically says, God forbid if there's a common accident, who's going to raise my children? Where does the money go? How do you educate them? How do you raise them religiously? What do you do? The other thing is, for example, so many people work, different places like this all over the country. When was the last time somebody really advised you on your 401ks? What do you do with your 401k?
We know we have one.
Yeah.
They have advice. It's printed out.
Nobody ever knows, well, what do I do? So a lot of people who went through things, losing their home, they still maintained their retirement. They still had their IRAs. They still had their 401ks. Look to see what's going on with them. Should I invest it in a different way? How should I do it? Because what happened is people got in this fog, Steve, and they got so afraid and so much anxiety that they lost control of their life. You got it back now, guys. You got it back. You got your home. Now you rebuild. So you start from the beginning.
You need help. And question number 3 is, how do I find a competent attorney to help with things like this? And a lot of people know attorneys, but they think, I don't want my neighbor, my attorney neighbor, to know my business, so I'm going to have to find somebody. How do I find them?
Okay. Number 1, if you can't trust somebody, it's referrals, always. But, and remember, professional people more than ever before need it. And I really say that not in a solicitous fashion. It's just because of what happened, you got to get some good advice. There is a website called martindalehubbell.com. That's sort of a legal directory that you could go to, and you could put in Las Vegas, Nevada. You could type in the type of lawyer you want. You want to look for somebody that's AV rated. A is in Apple, V is in Victory. That means that they've been rated amongst their peers as to their capabilities. And that's something where you could go and look for a real estate expert, an estate expert, a bankrupt, whatever it may be. And you're going to get into good hands with these people.
That's interesting.
But remember, a lawyer is very much like a doctor. You got to feel comfortable with them.
Absolutely.
You got to be able to open up, let it down. And to the casual observer, this is the only time I wear a jacket. Because I like to make people feel at ease when they come to see me. And it's very important, believe it or not, you got to be at ease.
As you have put us at ease, coming in from Las Vegas.
It was fun. Always.
Usually
Thank you all.
via satellite. It's good to have you in the studio.
Thanks, buddy.
Bob Massey, thank you.
Pleasure.